This is TC, Teresa Clark, with Direct to Business Magazine, and here in Colorado Springs, Colorado. And I'm talking with?
I'm Andrew with Computer Cats.
And Andrew, you were talking with me about this VPS and how this really helps small businesses. Tell me about that.
Well, what VPS is, it stands for Virtual Private Server. Essentially, it allows you to offload your costs over a period of time for your servers and other high-end data equipment to another location, and essentially be able to work as though it were in your building, but you don't have any upfront costs. You're not tied down to anything, and you've got access to it in multiple locations. If you've only got one location and you don't have anybody outside your network, any customers or anything trying to access it, then you can really go either way. But as soon as you get into multiple locations or customers need to access your servers from outside your network, then it's a really great idea to look at virtual private servers or even co-location. By putting it in the data center, you've got more bandwidth, you've got a higher availability, you don't have to deal with hardware issues. That becomes your vendor's problem. You don't have to deal with warranty issues. You don't have to worry about if the server's overheating. It's going to be in a cooled, dry location.
Nobody's spilling coffee on it.
Right. Man, I went into this building one time, and they had a rack mount server, which is a flat, long, very thin server, and it was in a rack. And I walked in, and the first thing I realized was that they had the keyboard and the mouse sitting on the server. All right, so this is a several $1,000 piece of equipment, and they've got a mouse and a keyboard on it, and then the monitor's sitting on it. So that's the first thing. Then, as I'm standing there, I realized that there's a little ceramic, or not ceramic, paper coffee cup that's been sitting on the server, and the person who brought me in there was like, "Oh man, I wonder how long that's been in there." And the coffee was cold. Like, you could see that the coffee had gone down
my
like
God.
this much, because that's how much it had evaporated. So some guy put a coffee cup that had coffee on the server. So that's the kind of thing that you're not going to see in a data center, where you've got racks and racks of servers, and not just anybody has access to physically get in there and put their coffee cup on top of your server.
And then crash it. So,
Right.
all right.
You can see where that would be bad.
Alrighty. So I'll have people give you a call at Computer Cats. It's Computer Cats. What's your website?
www.computercats.net.
Alrighty. And this is TC, Teresa Clark, and I am interviewing
Andrew with Computer Cats.
in Colorado Springs, Colorado.